Our front to back motion can be adjusted using the adjusting cams that are on your head axles. When standing at the back of the machine, both the adjusting cams are going to be on the right side of the machine, one right in front of your left handle, and your front axle is up in front of your thread cutter. The adjusting cam uses an offset mounting hole. The narrowest point between the edge of the hole and the edge of your offset cam is your narrowest point for your wheel adjustments. When that narrow spot is away from your table rail, that means your wheels are farther apart. When you turn it around so it's closer to your table rail, that means your wheels are closer together and it's squeezing your table or your carriage more. Any position in between those two is how we get our wheel adjustments set the way you want it to move. The adjusting cam that we're seeing here is at the back of the table. We can see our narrowest point is about the 3 o'clock position if you were comparing the adjusting cam to the face of a clock. Our carriage rail is over here at the 9 o'clock position. So anytime we move that narrow point from our loosest position toward our tightest position at 9 o'clock, that'll change how much the wheels are squeezing the carriage and change how well the machine moves on the table. Right now that adjusting cam is about at 3 o'clock. So I'll use our 9/16 wrench, turn our adjusting cam so our narrowest position is about 5 o'clock. The cam should be turned clockwise. If it's too hard to turn, you may have to loosen the mounting bolt that's underneath the carriage wheel. Make the adjustment and then snug that bolt back up again. For front to back motion, 5 o'clock setting for your adjusting cams is about ideal, but you can make any changes to that adjusting cam so that the machine moves the way you want it to move. The adjusting cams on your carriage are here at the front end of the carriage, one on each side. The adjusting cam on the right adjusts both wheels on the right side of the carriage, front to back. Same general principle applies here. The narrowest point on the cam is the tightest position for the wheels. When that narrow point is pointing directly to your table rail, that's as tight as those wheels will ever be. When the narrow point is pointed away, that's as loose as those wheels would ever be. Any adjustment between what would be the 6 o'clock position for me to the 12 o'clock position is where we get our adjustment options for our carriage. What we're looking at now is the narrow standard carriage. This has adjusting cams on the front carriage wheels that work the same way the adjusting cams on the 4-piece carriage tables work with the horizontal wheels. Same general principle applies. Narrowest point on the carriage pointing towards your table will be tighter for the carriage wheels. Narrowest point further away from your table will be loose for your carriage wheels. Any adjustments that you need to make the table and the machine feel good for you can be made with these adjusting cams. What we're seeing here is the Bliss carriage, and you can see these are the front wheels for the Bliss. There are no adjusting cams on the Bliss table as there's no adjustments that need to be made. What we're looking at now is the underside of the carriage for the Lenni steel table. Most important thing with that table is making sure that it's square and level, and you can refer to your installation instructions on how to accomplish that. The front wheels on the Lenni steel table are mounted so that they float front to back. This will help with the wheel adjustments and make the carriage float on your table.